All right, hey, shalom, 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 shalom. First, I'll give honors to, I'll face the east. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Akadash. All right, double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, peace and salutations to my fellow Aki, my Akwat out there that follow Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai with truth and sincerity. I like to say shalom. All right, this is the best it's ever gonna get for you heathens. That's the title of the lesson. This is not going to be a very long video. All right, I pray that this lesson is edifying to those that start tuning in and watching. But this is the best it's ever going to get for you heathens, man. Me and my family went to the mall earlier. Nice, beautiful, big mall, known as King of Prussia. And, King of Prussia is one of the biggest and the best malls in the whole country, in America. A lot of stores, a lot of, franchises, brands. It's nice, man. It's very nice public space, a public space. But I realized when we was going there, they had the Christmas decorations and Christmas decorations and New Year's Eve's, decorations and stuff up. And you could just sense the spell that's on these people. You could just easily see it. The music, the Christmas lights, the Christmas trees and stuff like that. You could see the spell and the demons hopping on these people, man. And you could sense the demons on these people when you're out at the mall, when you're out at the park, when you're out at, big, huge public events or school spaces or like schools and universities. You could feel the demons on these people. And the one thing I thought when I was walking through the crowd, because, my family went to go to a different store. I wanted to just do something by myself. And while I was walking around, just looking through things that I like, you could just tell that this is the best it's ever gonna get for these people. You could tell that there's nothing else for these heathens. All right, mainly Esau, Edom, and the heathens, man. And you could see, and you could tell by how they look. They're very prideful, arrogant. Okay, I've seen Moabites at the mall, prideful, arrogant Edomites, Hamites. Let's go on and on. Okay, Ishmaelites. Now you had 2/3 that was walking around in large quantity, but hey, they're gonna be cut off and they're gonna be brought back in the kingdom, and they're gonna have their heads down for a while. They're gonna have that shame, and that shame is gonna be there for a while, and then y'all gonna enjoy the kingdom. But mainly you heathens, y'all don't realize that all this, the nice malls, the nice decorations, the nice public events and stores and Nike and the Reebok and stuff like that, this is the best it's ever gonna get for you, man. The nice cities, the nice cars, the nice watches, the nice jewelry. I literally saw heathens walk into big, huge, nice jewelry stores and stores like Versace, Gucci, Louis Vuitton. And I see 2/3 niggas as well, but mainly heathens walking there with pride, man. And this ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing that's just new. This is just new on the table. No, we all experienced this. But now it's kind of like, now you can actually see the picture that these people are not thinking about the Most High. That's the thing. That's what I wanted to bring out. When I was at the mall, you could just see on these people's faces, they're not thinking about the Most High God. They're not thinking about who they English call Jesus Christ or God. Or the sons of God. They're not thinking about that. They're not even thinking about the privilege to just walk into a store and buy all the expensive things you want and walk out with no problem. They're not even thinking about that. They could just walk into a Rolex store, all right, and just buy a nice Rolex and just enjoy the day. Get a coffee and just enjoy the day. See, these heathens, they don't think about that. And mainly the 2/3, because 2/3, you are Israelites too, but y'all are, man, how can I say it, man? Y'all are that Romans 1:26. Y'all are thrown up to them vile affections, man. Okay? To the point you're just like the heathen. You 2/3 are just like the heathen. There's no difference. Give me 1 second. You 2/3 are just like the heathen. Y'all act like Esau. Y'all think like Esau. Okay, y'all puff yourselves up like Esau. And the average American is through, man. Okay, and these people are realizing that the best things that they're enjoying now is about to come to an end. All right, so this is Jeremiah 51. It's Jeremiah 51 and 8. Babylon has been so like Babylon is suddenly fallen. I'll read this again. This is Jeremiah 51 and 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her. Let us go, everyone, into his own country. For judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the sky. So right. So Babylon has a wound that cannot be healed. That's like if you've been shot by an arrow, right? Let's just say you got shot by an arrow in your leg, and you take the arrow out, and there's no medicine, there's no, you can't take care of the wound. It just gets worse over time. It's gonna be bloody, but over time it's gonna get that infection, that pus. You can see that infection spread throughout the leg to the point you have to cut it off. But if you don't, you'll die. But it's at the point where that wound that Babylon has is at the point that Babylon just has to die. It has a spiritual wound. America has a spiritual wound that cannot be healed. That's why the economy, that's why the economics, socially, mentally, physically, people are tired and drained. And I was saying when I was at the mall earlier, you could just see these people's faces, man. You walk them by, you just see how they react and how they pursue life. And they're not thinking about the Most High. They're not thinking about his son. They're not thinking about the angels. They're not thinking about the Elohim. They're not even thinking about this people. And mainly the Edomites. And fuck them at the end of the day, but still. These people that you see at the mall, and when I say this is the best it's ever going to get for them, they don't realize that they're about to enter into the worst time ever. Jacob's trouble. This is Jeremiah 30 and 7 for alas. All right, this is Jeremiah 30 and 7. Alas, for that day is great. So none is like it. It is even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Right. Okay. He shall be saved out of it. Who's that? The elect man, woman, and child, but mainly the elect man. All right, so the elect of Israel are going to be saved out of Jacob's trouble. But everyone else, everyone that you see at the mall, everyone that you see at school, everybody that you see at your job, or some sort of party or a gathering, okay? They're all going to be destroyed by Yahweh by Shem outside. And you heathens, I'm going to say this again, this is the best it's ever going to give for you, because you know why? Because you're never going to have the freedom and liberty that you have now. You're not just going to walk around and look down upon a Jake while you just walking around buying expensive things. You fucking Moabites, man. You're not just going to drive in nice cars and pull up and park, pull up with your nice car in the parking lot and walk into Versace and buy a nice bag or a shirt. You Edomites ain't going to walk around with your face, with your chin up, overly fucking just sloppy and fat. Your shirt doesn't even fit you. Your stomach is falling out from the bottom of your shirt. Then you have to never look down upon me. See, you Edomites, you heathens, all you Elamites, all you nations are going to captivity, man. And the majority of people are going to die here in America. The majority of Americans that you see here are going to die here. Okay? They just going to have to die. They just have to know death by pain. The Lord got them they got their asses set up, man. People that scoffed and mocked at you, brothers, heathens or 2/3. The Lord got their number, man. The Lord's gonna keep their asses here so those ICBM missiles can cook their ass up, man. This is yeah, give me one second. Grab this. Yep, the second Ezra 9:22. Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept in my plant, for with great labor I made it perfect. Right, and that grape, that great vineyard, it's like that grape plant, that beautiful plant that the Lord speaking of is the elect. But the multitude, the billions of people on this planet, they're all born for nothing. You heathens are born for nothing. Mainly, you heathens were born to serve us, but in this life, you're not serving us. You serving yourself. You want a Jake or a Northern Kingdom, a so-called Mexican, or a Southern Kingdom, so-called African American, or a Northern Kingdom, so-called Puerto Rican, or the Southern Kingdom, so-called Jamaican, to serve you, man. And that's not how it works. You're supposed to serve us. Or you small ass, you small eyes fucking gooks, you Moabites, you Ammonites. Or you pasty ass Edomites, you stinking ass Elamites, you bubblehead ass Hamites, you ooga booga ass Japhites. All you fucking heathens gotta see, you gonna have to serve us, man. But in this life, that's not that case, because hey, this is y'all world. That's the thing. This is the heathens world, and look how so-called advanced it is. Look at it. Look how it is right now. This shit ain't advanced. A heathen can buy a car off the lot and just and once they buy the car, they can drive off the lot and then boom, to a fucking car crash. They could buy a nice brand new TV, set it up, and then boom, the TV can fall on the floor. That shit cracked, broken. Everything is temporary in the hands of the heathen. Even their kingdoms, even when they were ruling, their kingdoms were temporary. The Persian, the Medes, the Babylonians, the Assyrians. When the Moabites had Jake in captivity in the book of Judges, man. When that one Ammonite king that wanted to gog out, he wanted to cut every Israelite man's eye. See, these heathens, man, they're fucking demonic, man. And they're gonna come back in the kingdom as slaves. A lot of them are going to die here, but they're gonna they're gonna come back in the loins of heathens from other countries, other lands. So if you're a so-called Japanese person, you came here in America, you built your whole business here, making money, making millions. And somehow, let's just, Jacob's trouble happened to you, die in the ICBM missiles. Hey, that's okay. The Lord's going to bring your ass back to another Ammonite, a so-called Japanese in the land of Japan. And we're going to gather all you nations, wherever you at, those that survive. And these are the same people, not just Ammon, but all the nations. These are the same heathens that Deacon Akai and all these niggas want to save. They don't even look at you as a so-called equal. They look at you, Jakes, as inferior. But that's okay, because the Lord looks at these heathens inferior. These heathens are not making it on the chariot, man. You know what they're going to receive is this. All right, let me read this again. The second Ezra 9:22. Let the multitude perish. It says, let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain. All these billions of heathens, and the 2/3 as well, because the 2/3 they got to go too. But mainly the heathens, you were all born for nothing, man. You were just born just to live and die. That's it. Everything that you did for and worked for was all in vain. Started with Amalek, because Amalek is the first of the nations, all the way down to goddamn Japheth and Ham and Moab, whatever. All you nations did everything in vain, man. And everything that you receive and wanted and have now is all temporary, because once you die, that shit is nothing. There's heathens in this world that got a whole fucking lobby filled with nice, beautiful cars. But if that heathen dies, all those cars going to be taken, be sold somewhere else. Or taking their parts going to be taken somewhere else. Taking in parts, man. So this place is done. And this is what you heathens going to, all you people going to receive in these times to come. It's a beautiful missile, man. To the fucking face. Second Peter 3:10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. and the earth also and the works therein shall be burnt up. Right? Everything's gonna be burnt up in this world. Everything that you love and care for is gonna be burnt up. Your nice cars, your newest iPhone, the PlayStation, your TV, your nice pair of shoes, sneakers, your Jordans, your Nike, all that shit, your nice Bugatti, your nice Maserati, that big titty bitch, all these people that you love and care for, that all these things that you love in this world is gonna be destroyed by Yahweh Bashim outside. Through his inventions, the ICBM missiles that were orchestrated through Esau, but mainly from Yahweh Bashim outside. So this is the Lord bringing judgment. Not just Esau pressing the button and the missiles fly up and they hit their target. No, this is mainly the Lord. And he's going to send his chariots to bring chaos. So you heathens, man, this is the best it's ever going to get for you, man. Enjoy it while it lasts now. Okay, let me grab this. Because, A, peace and safety. Yep, 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travaileth upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right? Everybody at the mall was in peace and safety mode because it's holiday season. Everybody's enjoying the holiday, Christmas, or whatever, Hanukkah, whatever religion or ritual ass, demonic ass holiday that you serve, man. People were in a so-called joyful mood. But that's okay. The Lord's going to show you why he's called Al-Ashad, your demon-like power, because that peace of safety is going to get your ass caught in Jacob's trouble. Peace and safety to terrors and nightmares, man. So, hey, with that, call all Yahweh Bashim outside, Bashim Rekah Kadash Shalom.